Good evening, guys. For discussion C tonight, we're discussing delaying death versus delaying aging. Okay, so here we go with the presentation I made. The headline captures a subtle but important distinction. Modern medicine, public health, and lifestyle improvements have successfully pushed back the average age of death, but they haven't altered the biological tempo of aging itself. Put definitively, we can delay when we can delay when mortality risk begins to climb sharply, but once it does, the slope of that climb, the rate at which risk accelerates with age, remains essentially the same. Researchers have revisited a central question in biodemography. Are humans today aging more slowly, or are we simply living longer before aging catches up? To answer this, they analyzed mortality data across several European countries, including Italy, Denmark, France, and Sweden. By comparing cohorts over time, they tested whether older adults today experience a greater rise in death risks with age, or whether they encounter the same steep rise just later in life. This distinction matters because it separates mortality delay. Postponing the onset of age-related risks from mortality deceleration, slowing the biological rate of aging. Key findings: mortality delay dominates. People today reach the age when death risk begins to accelerate with about a decade later than past generations. Rate of aging unchanged. Once that acceleration begins, the speed of risk increases. Looks virtually identical across cohorts. Consistency with prior research. Large-scale analysis have long suggested that while we've reduced deaths at younger and midlife ages, the trinistic age-related hazard curve remains biologically constrained. Well, why these matters? This finding reframes how we think about longevity, public health success, vaccines, antibiotics, cardiovascular risk reduction, and safer environments have extended lives by keeping people alive long enough to reach old ages. Biological limits. These interventions don't appear to alter the fundamental pace of since science, once it begins, policy implications. Efforts should focus on prevention and quality of life, recognizing that delaying death is different from slowing aging. What you can and can't change. Delay death risks onset. Physical activity, even adopted later in life, reduces all causes mortality by 20 to 40%. This is a clear example of delaying risk onset rather than changing the slope of aging. Slow the biological aging rate. Not yet. Current evidence suggests the rate of age-related mortality increases is stubbornly stable. Cellular research, e.g., nuclear changes. Since science pathways is ongoing but not yet proven at population scale. Social and cognitive engagement. Staying socially active and mentally stimulated reduces midlife and early late life hazards. Again, fitting the delay model. Common misconceptions clarified. Longer life means slower aging. Not necessarily. The study shows we've shifted the onset of aging related mortality later, but the piece of risk increases with age hasn't changed. Anti-aging breakthroughs have bent biology, not yet comparative. Data sets still support biological constraints on aging rate. Even as public health advances, lower death rates earlier in life. Practical takeaway for communities and caregivers. This distinction can be turned into a framework of action. Delay focused strategies promote cardiovascular health, mobility, fall prevention, and social connection. Rate change claims. Treat with caution until validated by large scale evidence. Toolkit adaptation in rural contexts like Meadville, culturally responsive programs, walking groups, intergenerational activities, accessible screenings can help delay mortality onset without promising realistic anti-aging effects. This study reminds us that longevity gains are real but bounded. We've bought time, not slowing the clock. The challenge now is to use that extra time wisely, investing in health equity and community so that added years are lived with vitality and meaning. Okay, guys, so that is the last one for tonight. I will see everybody maybe tomorrow for a show or two. For now, Gator Wellness. Take care, folks.